Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile, Atlas of Worlds. Today we are gonna run the Catacombs tier 7 map, and in here we are cursed with elemental weakness. Elemental weakness for a yellow tier map, according to the wiki, curses you with a level 10 elemental weakness, which again, according to the wiki, reduces by your resists by 29%. So I have been shopping around for new items and eventually ended up getting myself a new ring to make sure that all my elemental resistances are above 164. Because you need to have 135 within parentheses to have maxed out resists on Merciless. If you then need another 29 points extra, you need 164. So we are over resisting everything, so even after elemental weakness has been applied, we are still capped on our resists. So that's really useful to have. Monsters have 60% cold resistance, which we don't do cold resistance, so we don't care. They deal 78% extra damage as lightning, which will be painful, but because our resists remain capped, we will be resisting it as best as we can. And slaying enemies close together can attract monsters from beyond. So let's have some fun here.
The dead ask to be remembered, but such requests are seldom met.
So the Catacombs is probably a reskin of the old tier 1 square map. That's also Catacombs. Just double checking if the numbers are correct. Indeed, we are at 76%, so the numbers match exactly. So that's good. It's always good to know that what you read on the wiki is actually true.
Torment spills out into the world.
Prophecy, good. So, interior maps, we might get really lucky / unlucky with the beyond spawns. We might not see a demon at all. So it's gonna be tricky to get enough mobs together to actually trigger the portals. But I'm curious now, what is this? A Vol's Protector, level 35, so low level. Armour, energy shield, reduce maximum mana 50%, that's quite a bit. Get a power charge for each enemy you hit with a critical strike. That's pretty cool. That is really pretty cool. It's unfortunately no low armor and evasion, so it doesn't really scale till the end game unless there is maybe a prophesied version available for this. That would fix that. Otherwise, yeah. Nasty trade-off. Poor defenses, but awesome power charge regeneration for a crit build. And of course, half of your mana, that's nasty. At least opening up with a unique means things can only get better from here on. Or they are already good, so they don't even need to get better. If that's all we get from this map, then well, we can consider it a win. Everything else is just gonna be a bonus. Okay. See, one of those big claw things is the highest we've had so far. Oh, some spiders, that's gonna be fun. And just one little splodge. As I say, beyond is a bit finicky. It's really nice when you do get the big demons. Most of the time, yeah, it's not something you should count on. Unless you're running a large open map like the pit, where you have ample opportunities to get like 50 mobs together in order to, well, that's guaranteed that you get a demon. This is going to be one big explosion once the boss finally decides to bite the bullet. And he's gone. If this map is still the same as it was before, then we're gonna get Archbishop Joffrey, or however he is called in his map version, the boss from the crypt in Act 2. One thing, no, we are tanky as heck as always, and Golem however is not doing so great. And of course the Golem doesn't have any bonus elemental resistances, so it's kind of pretty vulnerable to lots of extra elemental damage that they're doing, or at least a load of extra lightning damage. Because players are cursed, so the Golem is not cursed with elemental weakness, but no 3/4 extra damage as lightning is gonna make a bit of an impact. That's and another one bites the dust, or turns to dust rather. So upgrading your gear is this is gonna be fun in terms of, well, seriously. Seriously. Not a single demon, not even one of those large Half-Life claw things. Game, you do something. Maybe more luck here. Let's hide items. We actually see what's happening. Summoned skeleton general. Wait, what? Ah! We have found a boss, and it is not the bishop. Xixik, the high and necromancer. Razor's magic monsters. Also drops a boatload of items. Oh man. So, did we already defeat the boss here? That was the boss. So, Xixik is the one we were looking for. Let's see. Yeah, let's bring these along. They might be useful for crafting. So, they changed this one as well to have a different boss. So we can fit one more glove-shaped item there. And then to town with us. So we need to resummon the golem because the golem has died again. As I was gonna say, upgrading your gear at this point, it becomes more difficult and more difficult because it becomes harder to improve something. For example, this has 34% lightning resistance, 26% chaos resistance, and 99 to life. So the life is a tier 1 roll. They're pretty hard to replace. Lightning, the 34% I think is tier 2 or tier 3. Chaos with the 26%, that's a tier 2 or a tier 3 as well. So if you want to upgrade this, get a tier 1 life roll, which is the highest roll you can get, and maybe bump the lightning and the chaos as well. You're speaking of multiple exalts for an item if you want all those mods on it. So it's really hard to replace something with the same set of mods but just a better. Same here, fire resist, the life, the evasion. Once you have everything together, it's easily gonna be like 30 exalts or 30 chaos or more. So it becomes difficult to find the items. There's just not a large supply of them, and they're gonna get more expensive as a direct result of that. So the upgrade trajectory becomes slower. But something like a resistance curse map, the elemental weakness map, those are the kinds of things that at least for me, they're triggers to double check my stats and look if I can find upgrades. And nope, don't stay fixed on just upgrading a single item. Just look around, and if you can't find a replacement, or if people don't want to trade or something like that, just cycle over to another item and see if you can get a better deal there or find an actual upgrade there. Okay, we defeated the boss, so we can move on. See if we can actually find some demons in addition to the boss. This is a nice collection of mobs. 2 rares, that's kind of interesting to be in between. Right. That's hello, Disciple of Hust. And that was that. Sad pandas all around. Okay, another chance. There's a yellow over there. Yo. Yeah, that's yeah. That's the big downside of these small confined rooms is that it's hard to corral enough mobs together to actually get demons. Also, you do have to be lucky with them dropping the demon orbs, because not all mobs do them. It's just chance based. And the more mobs you can get together, the more you can force chance, basically. Eyes of Tush and a reflector over here. Also, let's resummon our golem for the 2 seconds it's gonna be alive. Okay, so we get one large. Okay, you. What if we can get you over here? Okay, all of you. Maybe get you over here. Nah, it's not enough mobs, right? Let's not get stuck on there. I think one of my previous Beyond modifier maps I've actually edited a lot of me trying to get demons summoned out, because it's just gonna be an exercise in frustration. Which is too bad. So every once in a while you will get surprised. And they get murdered. Still more than 50 mobs remaining. So we still have a shot. Hello there, boar whip. Yeah. That's that next to you. It's slightly easier to defeat you. Also, stop trying to curse me. Already cursed enough here. Okay. Not a decent group here. And now stats.
Let me bend your ear for a moment.
Hello. How are you doing? I think we should just clear the ads a little bit. Hello. Yeah, you're
Let's see how quickly you can take us.
gonna kill me. Yep. Okay. Let's go through here. Just using basalt here to do some reflection. Sulfur flask for some ended damage, as well as some regen. Dude, stop running away. Like a chicken. Okay. Well, no demons were summoned during the duel, which is good. That would be very unexpected. And yeah, one of these guys without any minions is just pretty easy. Let's see, we went left, and there's a little bit over there. And there's a room over there. We're closest here, so let's go back and clear out that room. 23 mobs, chances are that room is gonna be it also. I saw it's a tush. One door over. Yeah, there. Hello. Let's stand here. Spiders. They are spawns, so they increase the monster count. And again, basalt up for the increased damage, or the reflection and the physical damage reduction. 9 mobs remaining. There's one there. And I think that's gonna be a good enough point to call it. It's gonna be too much backtracking to hunt down the other ones. But Elemental Weakness, the first one that properly had it as a curse. And we dealt with it by just outgearing the curse. Once we hit red maps, the curse is gonna go from level 10 to level 15. So we need to increase the amount of resistance we need for that one. I'll top to that level 15. Oh, it's 34% rather than 29%, so that's 5 more percentage points. So, currently we're targeting 164, then we need 169. So 4 more points of lightning resistance and we are there. So, that's pretty darn useful. Resists are good. Now we need, well, more life, more damage, more of everything, of course, but we're good. We're making good progress. So for now, thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.